Welcome back. All right, it's time for part 2 of, what's it called? The Emperor's New Clothes. Finally, the thieves brought the Emperor his new suit. He put it on slowly, being careful not to snag the fine stitching he couldn't see. Then he strutted around the room. He had never felt so dashing. "This is truly the finest suit I have ever had," the Emperor said to his royal minister. "Tell me, what do you think of it?" "If you are happy, then I'm happy," said the royal minister, who was truly anything but happy. In his eyes, the Emperor was standing in front of a mirror in his underwear, admiring a new suit that wasn't even there. The Emperor wanted to show off his new suit to everyone in the land. He asked the royal minister to call for a royal parade the next day. "If that is what you want," said the minister, "then you shall have your parade." And here they are, admiring. There's the Emperor and the minister, and they're admiring the nice new suit that isn't there. Or is it? Everyone in the kingdom was so excited about the parade. They had long ago grown bored with all the stories of the Emperor's clothes, but what interested them now was the new magical fabric. They had all heard that fools could not see the fabric, and they wanted to find out who among them was a fool and who was not. On the day of the parade, everyone pushed and shoved to get the best view. But when the Emperor appeared, everyone was shocked. The Emperor was in his underwear. Nobody in the crowd could see the Emperor's suit. But, of course, no one would admit that. Nobody wanted to look like a fool. Instead, the people said, "Oh, how handsome you look, Your Majesty. That certainly is a splendid suit. I never knew any fabric could be so wonderful." So here's everybody admiring the new suit, the Emperor's new suit at the parade. Suddenly, a young boy cried out over the noisy crowd, "The Emperor isn't wearing a new suit," he said. "What is everybody talking about? The Emperor is wearing nothing but his underwear." The Emperor quickly turned to look at the crowd. They stood in stunned silence. Instantly, the Emperor knew the boy was telling the truth. He realized that he had been a fool, and now he was parading himself throughout the kingdom in his new underwear. Needless to say, the Emperor felt quite embarrassed and quite foolish. All at once, everyone in the crowd began to laugh. They realized that they had all been foolish too. They pretended to see a suit that was not even there because they were afraid of what the others would think. They felt silly for not telling the truth to the emperor. So here's the little boy saying, hey, there's something wrong here. You don't really have a suit on. And the townspeople in the parade. After the parade, the embarrassed emperor quickly returned to the palace to put on some clothes. He ignored all his fancy and frilly clothes and chose to put on a simple blue robe with plain yellow buttons. Ah, that's better, the emperor said as he slipped on the robe. I was beginning to get a chill from that new magical suit. For the first time, the emperor left his room without looking in a mirror. Then he invited the honest young boy to speak with him in his court. I have decided to make you a junior minister. You have shown that you are very brave. You risked being called a fool. To tell the truth, the emperor said, you will always be one of my most trusted friends. Thank you, the little boy said. I will always be honest with you, even if you don't like what I have to say. I'm counting on it, said the emperor. So here's the young boy and the emperor becoming friends, being rewarded for telling the truth. So that's the end of the story, but then they have a little section at the end here. I'm going to read it quickly. It's a little synopsis or a closing sort of thought. So it's called One to Grow On, Honesty. Sometimes being honest means telling people things they don't want to hear. It's not always easy. And sometimes it's even scary to be honest. No matter how difficult it is, though, telling the truth is very important. It lets people know where they stand, and it helps keep them from making mistakes. If someone had been honest with the emperor earlier, he never would have made such a fool of himself. Thank goodness for the honest little boy. If he had not told the truth, the emperor might still be ruling the kingdom in his underwear. So, thank you very much for stopping by and listening to this important story about being honest. This is actually the book, but like I said, the words are going to be backwards for you. But maybe hold it into a mirror if you really want, and then you can perhaps get it for yourself. So that's my story for this week. I just want to, start getting the message out there about different things that are important to me. And being honest and speaking a difficult truth is important. And that's a little bit what I'm doing in my campaign. There'll be more about that soon. But anyways, I wish you all a wonderful day wherever you are and a wonderful week. Thank you for listening and stopping by. I'm Susan B. Lochocki, running for President of the United States, and I approve of this story. Bye for now.